Hi, fourth graders, it's Miss Leon. Today we are going to be learning about equivalent fractions on a number line, Miss Leon style. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to break down the word equivalent. And the word equivalent has a piece of a word that I already know in it. I really like to point this out so you guys can take those base words or those root words to help yourself figure out what words mean. And the word equivalent is the same as saying equal. Okay, it is equal to. So fractions that are equal to each other on a number line. So these fractions might have different names, but they're going to be equal. They're going to be the same amount. So let's go ahead and see how this looks. I'm going to fast forward and speed ahead and start making my number lines. Okay, so I zip zoomed and I made my number lines. I have 3 of them. If you notice, I have the 0, all starting at the exact same space on these 3 number lines, and I'm gonna keep moving it all the way down, and I have the number 1 ending all at the same exact space. But what I'm going to do with these number lines is I'm going to break them into different parts so that way I can show how different fractions are equivalent, but this time, instead of using the fraction strips, we're going to use a number line. So I'm going to start working on this top number line, and you will see how I've broken this up in just a sec. All right, on the top number line, I have it broken up into 1, 2, 3, and 4 equal spaces. I like to be kind of funny, and because there's 4 equal spaces, I like to say it like this. There are 4 equal spaces, so it is cut into 4 fourths. It's the number 4 with THS at the end. So that's how you know how to say that last name in a fraction, fourths. So I start at my 0 right here, and I'm going to count up. I have 1 fourth, then I have 2 fourths, because after 1 comes 2, and after 2 is 3 fourths, and then 4 fourths. I'm going to go ahead and fix this right here. I got myself a little bit excited and confused. So that should be 2 fourths. All right. Now I'm going to go on to the second line because I want to break this second line up in a different way. This time I'm going to cut it up into eighths. So I'm going to take this line right here and I'm going to make 8 equal parts out of this line. I'm going to, the word is 8, and I'm going to put it into eighths. All right, now that I have this cut into eighths, I have 1/8. After 1 is 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, 6/8, and then 7/8. And then when we get to our 1, our whole is 8/8. So 8 out of 8, that would be a whole. Now I'm going to do the very last number line, and I'm going to be putting that into twelfths. That means 12 twelfths, 12 equal spots. So 1 would end up being 12 twelfths. So I'm going to break this up into 12 equal spots on the number line. All right, now I have this all broken up into 12 equal spaces. What I'm wanting to do is I want to find a number on the number line that I can compare from one line to the next. So on this top line, I'm going to go from 0 all the way to 1/3. I'm going to measure to 3/4. I wish I could talk correctly today. 0 to 3/4. And I see that on the number line. And since our number lines are equal in length, it starts at 0 at the same point and it ends at 1 at the same point, that means that my measurements should be equal in amount because the scale is the same. So I come to 3/4 and I want to start at 0 here and I want to end where my line ended above. And if I wanted to do this, I could also do this with fraction strips, but this is just another way to represent our thinking. And then on the third number line, I'm going to do what I did on the first two. I am going to show on the number line the length in the same amount. So when you are looking at these three fractions, you will see that they are equivalent. They are equal in amount. Now, the fraction names might be different. They may all have three different names, but the amounts are equivalent to each other. So 3/4 is equivalent to 6/8 as well as 9/12. All three of these amounts are equivalent to each other. And so if I wanted, I could also notice on my fraction line that 2/4 is also equivalent to 4/8 as well as 6/12. Those are also equivalent amounts. And then moving on even further, if I want to take that one step further, I could also see that 1/4 is equivalent to 2/8 and 3/12 as well. So as you're looking at this number line, you're able to see that how they are lined up in order is how they are equivalent to each other. And again, you could also do this in fraction strips as well, if that is a little bit more understandable for you.